This is Amud Yomi Gemara Berachos Daf Samach Dalid Amud Aleph B'Siyata D'Shmaya. We'll be concluding this incredible Masechta as we pick it up from Samach Gimel and Beis, about 10 lines from the bottom. The two dots. We're middle of discussing the different Chachamim in the Kerem B'Yavne, different incredible drashas that they gave. So we're up to Pasach from Nechemya B'Chvoid Chsanya. Vidarash, what is the meaning of the pasuk that says? Vayomer Shaul said to the Keni, Lechusaru Redu, go turn away, go down mitach Amaleki, from among the Amaleki, Penoi Sev Chayimai, lest they be destroyed. Perhaps they'll be destroyed with you with Amalek. Kol B'nei Yisrael, and you have done chesed with all of Klal Yisrael. Yisrael, generations earlier, had Moshe, Aaron, the Chachamim. So Shaul HaMelech now is saying that the chesed that he's done is with Kol Yisrael, and therefore that's what's saving is his descendants from being destroyed. Says from Nechemya, it's a Kal V'Chomer. Uma Yisrael, Shloi Karev as Moshe L'Chvoid Atzmai. Why did Yisrael come close to Moshe Rabbeinu? In reality, it was for his own honor. Kach. And yet, we see he's considered to have done kindness, chesed, with Kal Yisrael. Hamarei Tamil Chacham Tech Beisai, one who hosts a Tamil Chacham in his house. Umachilai, umashkeyai, umaneo min chasav, feeds him, gives him to drink, and allows him to benefit from his property. Alachas kama v'kama. How much more so do they get? Says Ram Nechemya, those who open up their house to Talmidei Chachamim, the incredible schar that is awaiting them. Pasuk Rav Yosi b'chvod Achsanya v'darash. Like to tell you, Vadaimi, do not reject that. Vadaimi ki achichu is your brother. To tell you, Mitzi ger yisi b'artzai. And as well, do not reject the Mitzi. Why? Because we were in their land. Incredible. Now, at some level, we have a karsa type to the Mitzrayim that they allowed us, albeit with quite hardships, to live in their land. Says the Gemara again, V'lodvarim kal v'chaymer. Uma Mitzrayim sh'likirvos Yisrael l'tzerich atzvan. The Mitzrayim brought Klal Yisrael close for themselves. Shenemar v'yudat v'yesh b'sham b'man shechav v'sam t'sari mignei kol shalai. Parai said regarding Yosef and his brothers that maybe there are those who are Anshe Chayil, strong men. Kach, and yet the Torah says we have to have a karsa taif. We have to have gratitude towards the Mitzrayim. And still, even more so, says Rav Yosi, Hamareach tamachacham techbeisa mechilu mashkeim aneyu v'nechasav alachas kama v'kama. Pasach Rav Eliezer v'noshu v'segli v'chon achsanya v'darash. 3 lines to the bottom. V'yvarach Hashem as Oived Edom. Hashem blessed over Oived Edom bavor Aron Elokim, because the Aron of Hashem, because he kept the Aron in his house, he got special bracha. Says the Gemara V'lodvarim kal v'chaymer. Uma Aron, the Aron doesn't eat shlohachal. V'shah said the Aron doesn't drink. Elakibi v'rivates lefanav. What do you do if you keep the Aron in your house? You clean it. You dust it off. Kach. And yet there is incredible bracha. Hamareach tamachacham techbeisa machilu mashkeu maneim nechasav alachas kama v'kama. Mahi bracha sheberachu. What is the bracha that Oived Edom got? Amar Rav Yehuda bar Zvida zuchamais u'shmona kalaseh. The bracha was his wife and mother-in-law and 8 daughters-in-law. Shiolta shisha mikarev Edom karev echa. They each had 6 children in one shot. We move over to the top of Samach Dalid Amud Aleph Shenemar, as the pasuk teaches us, Po'ultai Hashmini Ki Baruchu Elokim. And the pasuk continues, Kol Elam Imnei Oived Edom, all those in the family of Oived Edom, Him Uvneim Achayim Ish Chayel Ba'Koyach Lavodah Shisha Shishem Ushnayim LaOived Edom. So we see that he has 62 children and grandchildren. His 8 kids each had 6. That's 48 plus their spouses plus the parents, I should say, is 62. Amar Rav Avin Halevi Kol Doichech Es Hasha. So Ravin Bar Levi continues and talks, and he says, Kol Doichech Es Hasha. Such an incredible lesson. If you push the moment, Shah Doich Chaktai, the moment pushes you over. But if you allow yourself to be pushed away, Shah Nilches Bipanav, the moment is pushed from you. Midirabba Rav Yosef. Where do we learn this from? Rabba and Rav Yosef. Rav Yosef, Sinai. Rav Yosef was called Sinai as he had incredible knowledge. Virabba Iker Harim, and Rabba, due to his analytical prowess, was called Iker Harim, the uprooted mountains. It's Yichalu Shaita that it came that they were needed to become the leaders, the Rabbanan in the yeshiva in Bavel. Shalchu La'asa, the Rabbanan sent a message to them in Eretz Yisrael. Sinai v'Iker Harim Ezimem Kaida. What comes first? Sinai or Iker Harim? Shalchu, the Rabbanan responded, Sinai Kodim Shakol Shrichel Amari Chitaya. Because everyone needs the master of read. Everyone needs to know the sources. Afal Pikein Lokiba Lev Rav Yosef. The Amr Le Kaldai. So the astrologer said to him, Malachta Tartin Shnin, you'll rule for only 2 years, then you're going to die. So he realized that it wasn't yet the time. And therefore Rav Yosef declined the position. Malach Rabba Vesim Tartin Shnin. So Rabba took over and he had 22 years. And then Malach Rav Yosef Tartin Shninu Palga ruled 2.5 years. So what do we see? That even though he waited, he lost nothing. So we see that if one pushes the moment, it could be worse. But if you wait, you'll get that which is waiting for you. Says the Gemara, Kolanach Shani the Malach Rabba, all the years that Rabba was the Rosh Yeshiva, Filu Umna Lebeise Lo Yikara. Rav Yosef did not even call a bloodletter to his home, but he went to the bloodletter, meaning Rav Yosef assumed the status of a common person, even though he was supposed to be the Rosh Yeshiva, but he wasn't. So he assumed status of a regular person. Amar Rav Avin Halevi. We're at the 2 dots, about 10 lines down. What is the meaning of the pasuk in Tehillim? Yanucha Hashem b'yom Sarah. Hashem should answer you in the day of Sarah. Sagevcha Hashem leYaakov. Shem, the God of Yaakov, should strengthen you. El Kei Yaakov, lo El Kei Avram v'Yitzchak. What does it mean, El Kei Yaakov? It wasn't the God of Avram and Yitzchak. Mikan lebalakayre sheikanis v'avyesh al kayre. What do we see from here? When a bunch of people are carrying a beam, the owner of the beam should put himself into the thick part of the beam. It's his beam, so he takes the heaviest load. So to Yaakov Avinu, he was the one that raised and was fathered the Shavatim. Therefore, his responsibility, the responsibility lies upon him. V'amar Rav Avin, Amar Rav Levi, the next 2 dots, Kol Hanena, Misuda Talmud Chacham, Shari B'Teicha. If you get benefit from a Misuda Talmud Chacham, is part of Kilunena Miziv Ashchina. Shenema V'Yavarim L'Chozik Neisel Lechem Chosim Marshal Ne'elokim. V'Chev Ne'elokim Achlu, realize they eat in front of Hashem. V'Avlei Moshe Achlu. Elohim L'Chok Lena Misuda Talmud Chacham, Shari B'Teicha. If you eat from a meal that is Talmud Chacham, is part of Kilunena Miziv Ashchina. V'Amar Rav Avin, Amar Rav Halevi. Haniftar Mechavero, were 5 lines from the Y lines. So who leaves his friend, Al Yomer Lech Bishalim, Lech Lishalim. Why? Shor Yisr Shem Moshe Lech Lishalim. Alavat he was successful. So you want to mimic that by saying Lech Lishalim. David Amelech Shem Moshe Lech Bishalim. Halach Avin Nitzle. And finally, V'Amar Rav Avin Halevi Haniftar Min Ameis. So who leaves a maze, like we just saw, because be is connoting the negative. Shenemar v'atatava yalavisecha be shalim. Amar Rav Levi Barachia. On the last narrow line, Ayotzi Beis HaKnesses, v'nechlas Beis HaMedrash. You leave the shul, you go into the Beis HaMedrash, v'oisik v'atayra. Zoiche umekabel b'nei Shechina. Even though you're in a shul, but you go up to the place of Torah, you get the Shechina. Shem yelchom echel echel yerel ekim b'tzion. Amar Rashi Amar Rav. Talmidei Chachamim ein lo menucha lo mazel lo haba. Talmidei Chachamim don't have menucha, don't rest. Not in this, nor in the next world. Shem yelchom echel echel yerel ekim b'tzion. Over, always increasing higher and higher, closer to the Kisei HaKavod. Amar Rav Elazar Rechnina, Talmidei Chachamim famously concludes the Masechta, Marbim Shalom Ba'ilam. Talmidei Chachamim increase peace in this world. Shenem Chovarech L'mudei Hashem Rav Shalom Banoyich. I'll take you Banoyich. Don't read children, El Banoyich, builders. So Talmidei Chachamim, they build the world with their Torah. They are the ones that generate and increase the shalom, the peace in this world. Shalom. Peace to those who love the Torah. There'll be no obstacles in front of them. Yisham b'chilu shavar v'sayach. Let them be peace within your walls, Yerushalayim. L'man achai v're'ayah daberna shalom bach. For the sake of our brothers, we'll put peace upon you, Yerushalayim. B'an beis Hashem l'kina v'akshetayv lach. Hashem ois. Hashem will give him strength. L'amoy yitain to his nation v'varich as amoy bas shalom. Blessing his nation with peace. Hadron haloch haroya. Slika Allah meseches brachos. Mazel tov. I'm sure many of us, when we started this journey, didn't know if we would make it a few minutes a day, an amud a day, and b'siyata d'shmaya. Mesechus Shabbos coming up. Call a friend. Let's get someone else involved. Everyone has an extra 10, 15 minutes. Those who learn Daf Yomi, it's a chazara. Those who don't, time to get involved. A little extra Gemara. B'siyata d'shmaya. Mazel tov. Mazel tov.